Simon here, and today I'm here creating a new layout for Cocoa Vanilla Studio. The layout that I'm going to be creating today is a little bit of a fun layout, I hope. In my mind and what I'm thinking of doing, I think it's going to be a bit cute. So my little man, I can hardly even believe it, is turning 4 on Monday. So what I got him to do today, and I don't know where this idea even came from, was I got him to give me a bit of a smile or cheeky face, whatever he wants to do, because that's generally what I get when I ask for a photo, and pretend that he was holding a balloon. So there's the photo that I snapped of him. And the reason that I told him to pretend that he was holding a balloon, because I thought that I would use a cut file, this was just in the Silhouette store, and pretend and create a layout where it looks like he's holding the balloon, and have the die cut balloon, and then have something to say soon to be 4 or something along those lines, and document my disbelief that my little baby is going to be 4 very, very soon. How many sleeps did he work out? Something like 5 sleeps. We're counting down. We'll be counting down until it comes. So he's so excited to be 4. I think he's just more excited for his party and his presents, but you know, he's going to be a big boy, and he has absolutely grown so much in this past year. So anyway, Cocoa Vanilla stuff. What I'm thinking of using is, of course, the new Boys Rule collection. So I haven't exactly thought about what I'm going to use in the collection, but I was thinking I'll have to bring in some of the older alphas from previous collections to create the title part that I want to do. And then I was thinking that maybe some of the either circular shapes or some of the die cut pieces in here, like say that awesome, I could use to mimic another balloon. So I've cut 2 of the balloon strings out. If I need to cut another one, I will. I'm not sure how overkill it will be. And I was also thinking of, shock horror, cutting around my photo. I just thought it might emphasize that him standing there holding it up. And then I was thinking of cutting with my craft knife around that part of his knuckles to slot, or just like a slit here and a slit here to slot and slide the balloon string through. That's my thoughts, but you know, it can always change pretty quickly, so we'll just see where this goes, and if you stick around you'll find out too. So I begin this layout by cutting my cardstock ready to get started, and I cut it at 8.5 by 11 to begin with, just because I wasn't entirely sure where I was going and what I was wanting to do yet. I had this little offcut of this grey sunbursty looking paper, and I decided to use that to sort of ground the edge of my layout. And then on one of the inserts of, or leftover pieces that I cut from another layout, I found that cute little star design, and I thought birthdays and stars, yep, that will work for going inside the balloon. So I grabbed that and sectioned that out, and now, yep, I'm doing it. I'm cutting around my photos. So I just cut around the photo so that it has a slight little white border, and then what I'm doing now is using my craft knife to try and poke through, which was a little bit tricky because I didn't want to break or bend the cut file string, the balloon string, but I managed to weave and cut the hand section enough that it looked like he was holding the balloon string, and I was so rapt when that actually worked and happened. And now I'm just backing the balloon with that gorgeous paper, and I actually would really love a whole piece of paper in that star design in that grey, because I think it is just so nice. So I'm trimming around that once that's dried enough and going to check out how it looks. I had a bit of trouble with embellishing and placement on this layout just because I think the design of this was a little bit different to what I may normally do, especially maybe just because of the way that the photo is and that it wasn't a rectangular or square photo. Maybe that was it, not quite sure. So off camera I do a bit of prep work in between the last bit that you watched and this piece here. Just because I fussed around with this layout. I'm talking days. I come back to this, I left it, I tried again, I left it, and I just wasn't happy with anything that I was doing. So instead of leaving all of that fussing in, I've sort of got it to the point where, yep, I knew what I was doing and I've continued with the process. So I do grab a lot of embellishments from previous collections for this layout. So that little rad, Jack saying rad, was a totally rad wood veneer packet piece. And then that what the, which I just love because that's what I'm thinking with the fact that he's nearly 4. That was from the New Boys Rule collection. I've grabbed lots of stars from so many different packets of embellishments. There's clear stickers there, there's some ephemera pieces there. I'm not sure if the chipboard piece is from one of the older collections or this new one. And the alphas that I've chosen are a combination of a couple of older collections. One is a light wood grain that I'm adhering there with my T-square ruler, and the 4 was one from the Colour Me Happy collection, I think, in the black. So I've got my Almost 4 title. You can see if you start with the what the in the top where the balloon is, you draw your eyes down to the photo and then across to the Almost 4, that I've got that triangle thing happening on this layout just to help balance out the page. I'm adding a cute little thing saying you are the best, which was from the clear stickers. And then I'm going to add my journaling as well to this layout, just because I really wanted to tell the story of why I'm documenting this layout in the first place. So I do try and look through some of the other collections to see if there's any finishing touches that I could add, but I didn't really find anything that suited or that I wanted to add. And then I am going to leave you with the finished stills of the layout. I did add journaling later, but I didn't add that part into this video, so you can see a bit of it there. And that's the final layout. I love how this turned out. Bit of fun, bit of whimsy, and a fun way to play with a cut file. So I'll be back soon with some more videos on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe if you don't already. Bye everyone.